What happened to the 288? It was cold, 6-7 degrees Celsius. So I've got a few T-handles here. They're the wrong size. I think I've got the right size in that box. I'll put them over there. Let's get some tools out here so I'm ready. Organised. I just found the T-handle I need, I think. Right down the bottom here. That's the one. Whoops. I think that's the one for the ignition. Muffler's 10mm, I think. That wind's picking up. It's bloody cold. Yeah, that's the one I need to take the muffler off. If I've got to take it off. I'll start taking the top cover screws loose. One thumbs up. You didn't watch the video, she stopped right at the end of the second cut. Abruptly. I've had problems with this saw with ignition in the past. It gets loose, but it's not loose. The wires are still on there. Second on the trigger up top. It's not ignition. I think I've blown it up, and I don't have, actually I might have the right size T-handle there to get the, because it's got bigger bolts in it. No, I don't. Wow. We got blown it up, guys. I have to take the muffler off and have a look. no comp. That might be 11 mil. It's 10 mil. Wasn't very tight. There's no heat shield. This was box of bits assembled saw. It's all genuine bottom end, muffler, cylinder and piston isn't genuine. Given my history, I'm thinking it's spattered gudgeon pin clip out and it's gouged. Got caught between the piston and cylinder wall from the upper transfer, and that's what stopped it. This is my second attempt at porting this piston and cylinder, this saw. It's spat something. It's ingested something. Doesn't explain why it just stopped all of a sudden. Put the decomp back out. It's got a little bit of compression, but not much, not enough to fire. There you go. Yeah. Yep. She's stuffed. There's a gouge out of the right clutch side upper transfer. I'd say the gudgeon pin clips come out. It's hit that. The piston sliced it off, took the plating with it. It's hit the expansion chamber. Come halfway out the exhaust port and the piston's sliced it again. It's only a $50 top end. It's just a plain white box top end. This is the second attempt. I do have another cylinder at home that I ground down on the intake. I made like a channel on the intake floor for more intake timing, I can JB weld that back up. Just get another piston and redo it. I've got to drill all the holes out where the bolts go through the cylinder, because these are 6mm mounting holes in the case. It's got helicoils in it. I think no, it doesn't have helicoils in it. I drilled and tapped the holes. Drilled and tapped the holes because the original ones were stripped. Went the next size up. The next size up bolts don't exist. 7mm, I think it is. They might be 8mm. M7 or something doesn't exist, so I had to go the next size up, which is 8, I think it is. The originals were 5s or 6s. Yeah, the originals were 6s, M6. 7 doesn't exist, so I had to go 8. There are M8s. Metric fine 1mm thread, I think they are. 1mm. I was thinking circlip. When I watched back, like on the day, I thought it was ignition. I've had the top, the second piece always comes loose, rattles loose, and you lose spark. Well, JB welded, not JB welded, what do you call it? Blue Loctite in there. Bummer. She's well and truly blown. I'll have a look and see if I've got a T-handle here that size. I don't think I do. I think they're 6 or 7mm. Yeah, no. Can't take the cylinder off to have a look. I'll have to do it later. Put it in the community post. Wow, it's cold. Sun's disappeared again. What a shame. Yeah, I'll have to take the cylinder off and that when I get home. I've got another saw to work on immediately straight after this, an 038 Magnum's getting a service. Broken the chain brake band, I've got to swap that out. Find my glue and re-glue some felt to the inside of the air filter, because it's the old style, you can't get them anymore. Give it a good clean off and it can go back. Chris, looks like the circlip pin, the clips come out, the gudgeon pin clips come out. Cut off at the upper transfer, hit the squish band, and then cut again on the exhaust side. There's a chunk taken out of the clutch side upper transfer, I could see it. Unless that's how it come out of the box. Flywheel side upper transfer looks good, but we've got scoring on the exhaust port, exhaust side of the piston. More than score, there's a gouge. That's what I'm thinking. It's got no compression now. Doesn't make sense. There's only a little bit of that scoring on that side. It's got nothing. It's hard to go up. Oh, hang on. Turn it over by hand. There, no, there's nothing at all. No compression at all. Actually, the only thing I can do is remove the spark plug and have a look. I can't take the cylinder off because it's got M8 bolts in it, not the standard M6. It's got bigger cylinder bolts. Bloody champion spark plug. Wasn't lean. It's a Govan carb. Here's got to be the tricky part. I've got nothing to see in here with. If only the sun had come out for a second. Oh, I don't even have a light. Don't even have a light. I haven't got a second device with me, so I can't check it. The sun had come out for a second. It's like 6 or 7 degrees Celsius. My hands are cold. I'm cold. How it goes. Fuse lit. Can't use it while I'm filming. Using my phone for the live stream. It's not looking very good there. It's a bit wavy. I reckon it's passed through if it was the clip. It's weird. No rattles, no noises, no nothing. Just went burr. I've watched it probably 4, 5, 6 times. It's cockatoos, Corellas. So it wasn't the top ignition part, wasn't loose. It's still tight as it was. I did it when I did it. This has come loose on me probably 3 times. Now I've got blue Loctite on it. Hasn't moved. That's what I thought it was originally. All the wires are still connected. Routed how I had them. Only thing is I don't really get full throttle when I'm full throttle. I've literally got to push my finger up there. That's full throttle. Kill switch is still on. Three thumbs up. Decomp, I'll pull it off. Actually, it could have been. Decomp's off. Watch this, how easy it rolls over. This recoil needs a bit of work. The mask that everything sits on is worn a little bit. So I need to like shim it. Frozen. It's only a white box top end, it doesn't matter. It's like $50 something. Where the gouges are, it's holding the ring in. Could probably free them up with a screwdriver. This ain't good. Piston's got sideways movement. I reckon the piston got too hot. Yeah, it's not looking good. The piston's doing that in the bore. That's an OE piston bearing too. Can't take the cylinder off. I've got the wrong size T-handles here. I need a 8mm. I need an 8mm. I've got the normal one for a Husky. Doesn't fit. It's too big. Too small. Because I had to drill and tap the cylinder mounting holes to the next size up. Well, then 2 sizes up because M7 doesn't exist here. Might have to sit next to the ute. It's bloody cold. Or in the ute. Just out of curiosity, I want to make sure it still sparks. Not sparking. Not sparking. Unless it isn't, I'm not seeing it. Sparking. Oh well. We have UNF, SAE and metric. I think it's German metric. Darcy would be able to answer that if he was on here. Hopefully it's just the top end. Unless the rings are frozen. The worst gouge is this side. So I'd say circlips come out. Circlips probably come out, the pins probably come out, touch the upper transfer and got pushed back in. Yeah, we've got SAE and metric plus UNF. I don't know what UNF means. Someone withdrew a thumbs up. Completely forgot. I've got sheets of Perspex and acrylic for the fish tanks. Still in the back of the ute. Forgot about it. That's a major. Yeah, but it's only from up the top of the rings. Doesn't make sense. Something's passed through the exhaust port. I'm thinking it's got chopped. Probably a roller, because there's that sideways movement in the bloody... There's all sorts of play in that piston. I don't know. It was tight when I assembled it. There was no movement in the piston bearing, no nothing. So I'd say it's got that hot. The piston's sort of started to melt or warp or something, and that's now it's got play in it. Ooh, sun. Let's have a look in this exhaust port. If my hat doesn't get in the way, my hat's going to get in the way. I'm not seeing any scoring on that, above that exhaust port. Maybe there is. See if a screwdriver can feel anything. Nah. Maybe the cylinder's all right. Definitely no scoring in there. Above the exhaust port, could be below it. The piston doesn't even clear the cylinder, I don't think, when it goes all the way down. No. There's a bit on the intake side, by the look of that. It looks like carbon scoring, but it's brand new. Well, it was brand new. I'm gonna have to get rid of that decomp. It's an 023 decomp, but it's missing the button. It actually clicks. I just reckon she got too hot and something's happened. I don't know. I wish I could take the cylinder off. I didn't bring the right size T-handle. And I'd take it off with the carb and everything still attached. Because pulling them apart, putting them back together, they'll get an air leak if you don't do it properly. You can't really do it properly in these because you got to put you need a T-handle with a ball on it to get to this side bolt here. There's no hole through the handle like the 394. And you can't put one because there's a hole there for a case bolt. I suppose if you undo the cylinder bolts, then you can tilt it, like lift it up at the back, and you'll get access to it easy. When I do it, I got a T-handle, I got T-handles with balls on the end of them at home. Sort of just put it in there with the ball. You can undo it, but if you don't have a ball, you've got to put pressure on the bolts to undo it. So they're tight. I think I've had this carb and everything off probably 5 times due to air leaks because of the way they're designed. Brand new gaskets, both sides. I've got OE. I've got OE. Sorry, it did have OE. That might be the 394 I'm thinking about. 394 I've had intake leaks leaks on as well. So I do need a couple of sets of bar plates. I think my 281 doesn't have one. The 2100 doesn't have them. Should have bought me rattle gun. Put a new rim on the 850. Should have done that. I'll forget now. So yeah, what a bummer. I would like to get that. Actually, I'm looking at trying to see the wash pattern on top of the piston. That looks pretty good. Cheapest top end I can find for this Neo in a plain white box. I'm going to take it off the 268, I think, because I already did it off the 61. The 61's basically like this is sitting at the moment without that. So picture this without the cylinder, piston, carb, handlebar. That's how the 61's sitting without the clutch. Flywheels on it, no ignition. So that's how the 61's sitting in the garage at the moment. It needs new bearings. Completely locked up, I think. The Johnny's in the ute. All the saws are from the last video. Might give the 466 a fire up. I haven't run it since the last time I ran it. Where's that? Actually, I need a file. That'll do. The breather holes in these, they always block up. That puny little pinhole there. Stick an Allen key in there. Now it doesn't suck the cup in when you're having a swig of it. It's been that long since I had one of them, that doesn't taste right. Clone. I'll go get it. Here's the 630. She's minty. I've got a new decal at home Mrs. made me. Somewhere. It's missing the bar nut. Hope I didn't lose that on the ground out there. Oh, I've got a jumper. I've got a jumper in the ute. Nice. The John's red. He is nice. I couldn't get over it was actually blown up, scored. It used to run. So I need the 670 top covers. Might as well fire her up. There's no on-off button. The switch is broken as well. This is the 61 carb, because the original one broke, but then I fixed it. So the high idle doesn't work because there is none. Don't know what that was, but it just fell out of there. So no high idle. It's a pain in the bum when it's cold because it's not run in yet. Washer that fell out behind, as in just before, that what fell out. Runs good once, yes. That's better than the 038 Magnum. Pulls a 24 like nothing. Well, it isn't a 630. It's not a 630 anymore. Could tell. Just that, it was like a clump of crap, rubber. This one doesn't have the chip flap. Might have been sawdust, I don't know. As soon as I bent it, it crumbled. And I don't know where I threw it. See how many pulls this takes. Too many in my mind. Might be a little bit low on fuel. I think I ran it out of fuel. Jesus Christ. Good enough. Try again. She does run nice. After they sent me a carb that had tuned, '21s. Yeah, I had a 2159. Did you port that? No, that's stock. $21.66. Might have been stringy bark. It's like rubber, I reckon. 2171, nice. I had a 2159. Needed top plastics, the top cover, the air box, air filter. I sent it to New South Wales. It come with 3 Meteor pistons. One was OE. Went to a guy that's got Johnny's. I wish I still had the 357, the two 359s. Knowing what I know now. I might have to put my jumper on, guys. I'm bloody cold. It's like 7 degrees Celsius. Put my jumper on and take my hat off. Because I've got to start sweating when I put this on. The sun's starting to come out, but I don't want to get sick. I wear shorts all year round, apart from when I'm at work. If I could wear shorts to work, I would. I'm not allowed to. Oh, excuse me. Same as a Dalmar and Makeda's. Johnny's hard to find. Zach, 89, eh? What's that, 20? That'll be 30. Probably 32. I don't mind working on the 300 series Huskies. It's like working on the 350. Is it because of the intake and the carb setup? Still got to find the original carb for the 350. Because it's got my 350, the ported 350's got a 357. 357, 359 carb on it. It plays up. So I'm trying to find the bloody original carbon air filter for the 350, but I got a feeling the kids may have thrown it out into a plastic bag. Cleaning up the garage one day, because I've looked everywhere. Turned the back shed upside down, not in there. I got it, purposely got it out to put it on one of the shelves in the garage, because I was like, oh yeah, I want to put that back on. Now I can't find it. 288 blew up, Chris, Luke. $31.20. I've never been near one. I don't think Ken Rothke, or however you say his last name, I don't think he's got one, so I haven't seen one in a collection at all. I haven't been to his house for probably 2 years though, 3 years. What happened? Well, she stopped suddenly. I thought it was ignition because the 2-piece normally comes loose on them. No. Scored. Got a feeling the gudgeon pin clips come out. There's a bit of, on the clutch side, upper transfer, there's like a funny triangle shape up, like above it, from the upper transfer up. I'm not sure if it was like that when I did it. Yeah, 3120s. I think everyone here be, I think 661's the biggest they run here. But everyone's going to battery now. It's just stupid. The 661 I got, that was from a tree guy, but I don't think he was properly licensed somehow. So he blew the saw up, the original OE top end, took it to someone to fix it, or he did it himself. He used the cheap white box cylinder, but it had highway on it, ground off. So I ordered just a cheap top end for it. Turns out it was exactly the same. Now it's got Meteor on it. But I still do have the cylinder that I put on it ported at home. It could go straight back on there with one ring on the piston, not two, because they've got the locating pin on the exhaust side for some reason. I don't know why. It must have been why they ground their name off and they didn't want any part of it. So it's got to be run with one ring, or I use a different piston. Went all right with one ring though. Didn't win any races, but when Darcy ran it, she was fast. It did have an 18-inch bar on it, but 18-inch and 8-tooth rim. Was just as fast as Reese's ported 395 that Neil Pitstock did, which is Wandoo Work Saws now. It was just his name before, but now he's got an actual name, business name. Not good. Yeah, I can't take the cylinder off because it's got M8 cylinder bolts in it now, so I need like an 8mm T-handle. The white box stuff's all right, but this stuff was ground. They had their name ground off. It's actually highway because they've still got their name on the bloody piston. Top end in the Johnson Red's a white box. Actually, no, it was a brown box. I ran it before I realised it wasn't oiling, and it's stronger than an 038 Magnum. That's with a 61 carb. I could put the original one back on there because I fixed it. Where the throttle linkage goes in, that hole had worn away and it was bent, so I tried to bend it because it wasn't going full throttle properly. It wasn't bent right, so I just put the pliers on there and it snapped clean off, but then I managed to weld it back on there. Then I'll get the high idle back. And I need kill switches. It's a shame the original one's broken. It was a black switch. And all the switches I run are from Sean. They're not Pharmatech, they're Taxum. That's one right there. It's a single tab. Put the screw, it earths off to the case. The 300 series screws are the kill switches are the double tabs. I'm running, I think, 2 from Sean, Taxum. Not Pharmatech, Taxum. Taxum throttle cable in the 52mm 365. They're good cables. gasket sets, all that, they're all Taiwanese, the ones I get from Sean. The bearings Sean get now actually have the model, all the numbers and that etched in them from like a laser cutter in the bearing races, not just here's your bearing. You know, it's got the sizes like the 6202 or whatever it is, 6203s C3, and all that in there. I haven't bought anything from Sean for 12 months, roughly. I do need to get a piston for this 288. I do have the original cylinder that I ran at the first Saw Feast that beat the 8800 Homelight. I've still got that cylinder. I could JB weld the intake or time it. I think I could put a timer wheel on it and see what the intake actually opens at, because that was pretty. It's a pretty torquey saw. I didn't touch the exhaust port at all or anything. I left it normal. I just give it more intake and that was it. Still got the cylinder at home. Obviously I've got to drill the holes, the bolt holes bigger, so the bolts get down there. I do need to run a decomp. I might just buy like a G395 one there, like the 460. I like the buttons. See the buttons, they've got like a little grip on them. I like them. That's the same as the G395. There's only 2 of those. There was 3, someone's removed one. What other saw do I have in the back seat? None, that's it. Got them 3. .066. I've only got 660. I did have an 066, but I changed all the plastics and sold it because I had no work and we needed money to pay bills. So I sold pretty much half of my collection that year. Thanks, Fuse. No O8S, it's there. Still in the ute. The top handles are still in the ute. And all the saws I videoed, there's still one I haven't put up yet. I went with Kieran not last night, the night before, so we slept all day yesterday. And all night. We got home at 5 something in the morning, Saturday morning. Ran around, fed the fish, climbed into bed about 5:30, 6 o'clock, got up at, we were supposed to, she goes, just set your alarm for 10:30 and then go out and do your videos. Yeah, rightio. So I set my alarm, turned it off, went back to bloody sleep. Woke up at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Got up, fed the fish. Ordered some food, ate the food. Basically went back into the bedroom. I watched some videos. Ordered bloody ice cream. That took 3 hours to delivered because the store doesn't exist. I told them that doesn't exist. They wouldn't have a bar of it, so this will give me a refund and I'll reorder it at a different store. Rightio, did that. Then one they didn't have it in stock, but they just refunded it anyway, blah, blah, blah. Climbed into bed at 11 o'clock last night, and here I am now. No videos this week, only that one that I got to go. Jack Dempsey's, there's like 300 fry in one tank, which is the smallest tank, the 2-footer. The original pair in the really big tank, the 4x2, she laid eggs again, but none of them got fertilised. So the males kicked them out overnight. There might be some more coming. The other pair, she's ready to lay eggs, but I think there's too much going on in the tank. We've only got one of those little pots, and nowhere else really she can lay eggs. It's a sand substrate. She's fat, full of eggs. I can see she's full of eggs, but I don't know, there might be something in the tank that she's not liking. Maybe there's too much going on in there. But they've paired up, which is a plus. So we've only got the one lot of fry at the moment. The other pair they laid eggs, but none of them are no good. Convicts, the fry are about that big now. Both tanks. The original pair, they get the black and white stripes and white babies. The other pair, they're all black and white, but the markings look a little bit different on them, I think. They're about that big. I think a month old. But not as many this time. Bristol nose fry, we've got maybe 300 of them. All super red, calico and common. So the commons will be split. So if you get one from each batch common, put them together, they should get 25% calico and 75 commons. So they're about that long now, all the bristle nose babies. They're about that long, probably half an inch. Half an inch, might be a little bit longer. So they're not going to get real good size to them. That 12 months old, they'll be sexually mature at 12 months old, and that's 3.5, 4 inches. Sellable size is normally they sell them at an inch. That's 3 months. Takes them 3 months to get an inch. Everyone go. I know Fuselit did. Subscribe to my, yeah, sweet. Tasman's probably live. He normally goes live around this time. Angelfish. Yes. I finished early on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday afternoon. I finished early and Kieran said, wake me up at about 5 o'clock, and it was about 1 o'clock when I was finished work. I said, well, thinking to myself, well, there's an aquarium not far from where I work. I'll just drive there, have a look. Walked around the store twice, checking every single tank. It's a hard decision. I brought home 2 koi angels, around about breeding age now, and 3 black angels. The black angels they're a broader fish. So the body on the fish at the moment is probably that big, but their fins, they'll probably be about that size. Here's the body. So I bought 3 of them. So I come home with 5 angels. 2 koi, 3 black. They're all in this one tank now. So, because I reckon I got a female and a male originally, but the female doesn't like the male for some reason, or she wouldn't pair up with it. So it's a pair, but they're not paired. The guy at the shop said, chuck a couple more pairs into the tank and then she might lay eggs, but I've got nothing in there physically for them to lay the eggs on because they need something vertical. The female will swim upwards and lay the eggs, and then she comes back down. They lay their eggs in rows, but they need something vertical. And then the male comes along and does his thing on each row of eggs. It's fascinating. So I've got to either get driftwood, or there's an actual spawning pot. It looks like a female toy, but it's terracotta. You think about Thor's fist, or the Hulk, or certain animals, you know what, that's what they spawn on. So I've got to order one. They're about $15, probably that tall. And it's a terracotta pot, but it looks like it's something else. If you watch other people's fish channels, you'll see what they're... Or I've got to get a big leaf. Amazon sword or something. It's big leaf. Indian almond leaf. But it's got to stay vertical in the tank. I don't know what I'm going to attach it to. A castle. If I just put a leaf in, then when she lays the eggs and then they get fertilised, I could take them out and hatch them myself, which is kind of what I want to do. Put them in a container with some methylene blue and a bubbler. Wait till they hatch. Normally takes 1-2 days. Then feeding begins after they absorb the egg sac. Is the picture darker? Is it because the sun's out, or? I'll tell you what, I got this jumper on, I'm still cold. I think for the next live stream I'll try and get some timber so I can make some cuts. Next weekend I should have off, hopefully. I'll sort the John Surred 288. I could get another top end for the 288 in. Although Darcy's got a mad idea. We should send him some of that. Yeah. Don't want it that way, I want it here. $850, change the rim. 2100 can go back away. $660 can go back away. That's got an O2 decomp in it as well. $1010. $1010 needs a sharp chain. No, a Mac twin steer at the moment. Skenya? No, I'm not. That's what the missus drives. She drives the Flowcott Musket, the walking floor, asphalt, trout like a trout river, but the Musket version. I was in that for 3 weeks while the day shift driver was over in Thailand. Now she's back on just floating. until this tunnel, the night shift starts back up, cutting the spoil from the tunnel boring machine. It was supposed to be the 20th, but they've knocked it back another week. So that, to me, that's a Monday. Not tomorrow, the following Monday. Technically, it should be the Sunday night, because Sunday to Thursday is your night shift week. Oh. Bit of reflux. Had a couple of pies for breakfast from the bakery. It's a bloody wind noise. You're probably getting it too. Is there rubbish over there? Oh look, a tree. There's a couple of trees. Didn't really notice. I haven't seen one. It's not like the ones on Total Recall. It's got a big bloody thing at the front of it, just spins around. Tungsten tip. Actually, no, it'd have to be stronger than tungsten. There is part of one near where we go. It's just got the bit at the front that spins. The rest of the machine's not there. It's just yeah, we don't get to see it. We just go and drive into a shed where there's a conveyor belt dropping all the crap into the concrete pit. Diamond embedded, probably. After the livey, I've got to go finish this 038 Magnum off, so ring old mate and tell him to come pick it up. Yeah, extending freeways but with tunnels. There's two. The Westgate tunnel, it's supposed to get trucks off the road. It's not going to happen because certain trucks have got to go certain part, like over this Westgate Bridge to get to the other side of the city. There's the Westgate Tunnel and there's the Northeast Link. Northeast Link's the one I'm on. Who's for YouTube? Are you using my account? Hi, Dad. Thumbs up then. Oh. You forgot the R. And the apostrophe. Yeah, goes for probably 2Ks, 3Ks this tunnel. The one I'm pulling out of. The other one, probably 600 metres. which would be half a mile. Maybe a kilometre. I think it took them, I forget, the tunnel boring machine was under us when we're doing the asphalt on the road. You could feel the road was vibrating. I think it took them 3 months. A metre a day or something like that. They can't go very fast. I think I'm going to jump in the car because it's bloody freezing. In the 394. We've got to unpack the ute today. Sure is cold. Mud on my shoes. That's better. Out of the wind. Yep. Underwater tunnels here. We got one, the Burnley and the dripping of, yeah, it drips as well. The Burnley and the other tunnel. Yeah, and the there's two that drip. Melba, Mullen Tunnel and the Burnley Tunnel. The Burnley Tunnel goes under the Yarra River. That drips in 2 spots, I think, both ways. And the other one, I'm not sure if it's like river or creek water or it's condensation water. It drips. Does it drip constantly? It's sometimes when it rains it does. It doesn't go under any. I think it's goes through a mountain, so it's probably water that's been collected there for years. But the Burnley Tunnel goes under a river, salt water. But these new tunnels, there's no rivers. The other one was supposed to go under the Yarra River as well, but so the river goes like that and the tunnel goes like that, away from it. I think because of that problem. They're nearly finished. They started this Westgate Tunnel in 2015. If I had my wallet, I could tell you. Supposed to be finished 2022, but it's getting done this year, apparently. They're starting asphalt in the tunnel next month. In the Westgate tunnels next month. This other tunnel, the North East Link tunnel, one of the borers is still going. It's supposed to be 2026. Up until Christmas time. So I don't think it's going to bust through till December. Then there's another one that's for railway. That's going to be completed in 2085. I'll be dead. I won't see the end of it. I'll be 100. Dusty's having a good bloody sleep. Last time we were on Facebook was about 18 hours ago. So Darcy's he's going to get that 288. Because he doesn't want to run his 281. I've got a 281. He's going to put 395 top end on the 288. Once I get the top end off, I could sit the cylinder on and see how much work it's going to be. Yeah. The first section of it's 10 years. It's a suburban rail loop, it's called. It's underground railway. The first section's Everton to... It's not far. 10 years for the first section. Or I think they're doing it in 3 parts. So the first part is 10 years. Might be 4 parts. Might be 15 years. I can't remember. I've done the bloody induction probably 3 months ago. I can't remember it. But 2085 it'll be completed. So what's the point of that? I'm not even going to see it. But I don't even go on trains, so. What is the time now? How do I check that again? 9:53. Okay. Nearly 10 o'clock. I've got to get home, pull my MS380 clone apart to get the brake band and that out of it for the 038 Magnum. Clean it up. That's going to take forever because it's absolutely filthy. Check the spark arrestor screen. It should have 2 because it's a dual port. Yeah, well, we're supposed to be doing that 5 years ago. Hoverboards and stuff. Actually, thinking about it now, the AI video they had, there wasn't any cars driving around. That's just for this suburban rail loop, but they're making the stations come out in the middle of like Subway, but in the middle of parks and stuff. It didn't make sense. Everyone will have electric cars by then anyway. Well, it's 35 years after fuel's going to be outlawed, but what's running the trains? Underground will have to be electricity. $2025, so we've got 25 years until absolutely no fuel. Shared it to Facebook already. Stargate. Go to a different planet. Don't worry about. We'll go to a different planet. We don't worry about teleporting. We'll just open up the Stargate. That'd be cool. There's a pair of red rump grass parrots, and they got their young fellow with them. Just landed on the. Oh, there's a nest over there. That's why. Sitting on the transformer box. I can't. Yes, I can. I can show you. So there's Mum and Dad on the left on the transformer on the wire there. There's the nest, and there's the young fella right there. It's a bit shaky. There they go. I bred them. Actually, no, Mum and Dad's still there. Where'd the young one go? They keep flying down there. Yeah, it's grass parrots. They only had one baby this year. I had a pair. It was a cinnamon hen. The hen was a cinnamon, so like a khaki green, not grass coloured green. And she laid 4 eggs and 3 hatched. I ended up with 2 females and a male out of the babies. Then we sold them. I think I'll be going home, sticking the tunes on, putting the heater on in the garage, cleaning up a bit, smashing this A38 out. I'm going to have to probably use my fuel mix to clean it with because it's bloody dirty. Green macaws. Green, yeah. We don't get them wild here. The wild ones are black cockatoos, gang, superbs, king parrots. Nothing exotic. Finches. A whole flock of finches just flew past. I've seen people have got macaws as pets. They've got the yellow and blue. They've got the green, and there's red. I'm pretty sure. The green ones are not. They're the unusual ones, I think. Here, yeah, red. Red macaw. It's the blue and red are just this. Yep. I don't have to sharpen the chain because it's brand new, he said. So just service it. Chain brake. The flag was stuck forward. You couldn't pull it back. It broke the strap. Right where it goes in the. Just after it goes into that little locating pin. And it's flicked around and somehow. You couldn't not pull the flag back at all. It's got red sawdust all over it. It's caked. I've got the muffler off. I need to clean it. I can't let it go back like that. It'll just blow it up. So I'll do that, and I want to do a bit of stuff in the garage so everything's not in front of the fish tanks. And because I've got the perspex in there, I can start. I've got to make 2 more supports for my 4-foot tank, and then I can put lids on. So this perspex in the back's for lids and supports for across the top and dividers. Yeah, righto. Get the rubbish out then. Let me guess, the wind stopped. Okay. The sound just changed, didn't it? Going through the microphone volume. You don't want to change that. Actually. Huh. Did I just get louder? No, I can't do. Oh. 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 It's like makeup. It did get louder. there's a microphone volume button on the screen of my. Okay. The microphone's right here in the dash. It's going through the stereo like I'm on a Bluetooth phone call. Put some makeup on. Sun's coming back out. Oh. Darcy's going to be pissed again. He got up at 8 o'clock last week and I couldn't do a live stream. I slept till like lunchtime. This week I actually set my alarm for 6:30 and I got up at 7. Getting dark. It gets dark here at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon now. Feel like you're awake for 5 hours in the dark and then you got to go to sleep. When it's daylight savings, we're going to bed when it's still daylight. Or just the sun's just going down. It's if only it had stayed daylight longer in the winter time, so you could do some more stuff. Need to move to like Antarctica or something. 8:05. 7:06. 8:05. So it's 10. It's 10:05 here. Sunday morning. Speaking of which, I've got to put my phone on charge, so I don't have to charge it while I'm at home. Did that work? Yep. 30%. Lucky I did. Wow, we're using more power on this live stream for some reason. I'm gonna get a pop-up gazebo for live streams. I'll leave it in the back. If it fits in the back of the ute on one side, I'll leave it in there. Or mount the awning. Well, the awning's not going to give me much protection if it starts raining. If I get the gazebo, I can put it over the back of the car. And I'll get some protection and the back of the ute won't get wet. But if it's windy, it's going to blow it. It's going to break it. Shouldn't have had those pies. I'm bloody bloated now. Justice is right there. Yeah, I'll go smash out this 038. Sort out the garage and then I can start fixing like that 850, swapped out the rim, John Surred, the boom gear. I want to try and finish this Mini Mac. Although the parts are all over the shop now, the carby's still in the ultrasonic cleaner. In the jar of fuel, which there'd be none of that left because it would have evaporated by now. It's probably just oil. So I'll have to run it again. That's the only thing I've got problems with is the carbs. I think I've tried 2 on it. It's a black case Mini Mac, but it's got a. I think it's part of the double eagle family, or the eagle family. I've actually got two. I think there's the 2.0. Is it 2.0? Eager Beaver 2.0. Mini Mac 120. Yeah, it was playing up. I've got an Eager Beaver weed whacker. I want to get running to actually use it to whip snip the lawn. Just needs fuel hoses and a primer bulb, hopefully, and it should be going, and a fuel cap. That 320, Power Max 320, or the 310 to look at. Assembly, I've got, pretty sure I put one up. The ported 110. It was filmed on the action cam. Probably not good. Probably not close enough to see what I'm doing. Well, when I get the garage sorted, I've got to put the white cupboards down my aisle where all the saws are. So I'm not going to have access to saws. I can get them from the outside. It just won't be the max. My workbench I can wheel around. Then I'll have the other workbench. I could put the tripod there and try and do that. Because I want to advance the timing on the 110, the ported 110, to see how it goes. Should go harder. Although, I think there's another 110 or 120 on the bench. Oh, excuse me. Pies and coffee. It's the puff pastry. Gives me reflux. I've got reflux, but it makes it worse. Yeah, I could do that. I've got to, yeah, once I smash out this 038, because I'll be doing that on my lockers. I've got lockers at home. One sits on top of the other with there's a little plastic bung things that sit on top, and it sits onto that. I've just pulled it apart, put them side by side, so I'm using them as a bench for the 038, because my workbench has got everything out of the drawers that fell out of the drawers when it fell over on top of the workbench. So I've got to sort all that out. That'll probably take me till lunchtime-ish. I'll put the lockers in the aisle where all the saws are, down the aisle of me racking. I made it like an aisle at a shopping centre, with the saws both sides. I'll put all the cupboards in there, then I can wheel the workbench around. I've got a fair idea of where I want to put it for now, and then I should have the whole floor to move around on, and I've got the timber workbench where you see me filing the 051, I think it was, because I've got a vise there. I've got a car jack stand that I've made so I can mount a saw to it from the studs on the bar. Just put the nuts on, and then I could swing the saw around if I'm working on like the carb area, or take the top cover off. I can pretty much build a saw on there. Put top ends on a saw on this stand. I can't put a mini Mac in it though. That's the only problem. Because you need a bench for the mini Mac, so the bench will be there. Disassembly or assembly, was it? Assembly. You can have it, but you got to go get it. Is the engine complete? Like, is it all together, or you got to put the engine and all that up together? I haven't played around with a mini Mac like that. It was basically the same as like a 710, 610. Actually, I lie. I have. One was. So there's open port, there's closed port, and then there's closed port, but they got bigger transfers. Rubber floor mats. Yeah. Well, I like doing mine on a bench. On a bench, standing up. I used to do it sitting down at the old house. The old house was good. It was a big timber workbench. Sit on the. Used to be a bloody dirt floor. Then I put asphalt in there. Never been apart. I can't remember why I had one apart. I think it had a knock, like a worn out piston bearing, you know. What about? I lie. It was the bloody ported 110. I had that apart. You got to take it apart to bloody port it. I think that's an open transfer. The 110, the one I got that's ported. I don't think it's closed port. I think it's open. So it could be like a Mini Max 6 motor in a 110 chassis. So there should be videos of that. Doesn't matter, I'll do another one. I know they get some views, then the Mini Mac, or the Mac 110, 120, 30, 40. I do have a Mac 25 waiting for me over the other side of the city. I've just got to drive there. There's another Power Mac 310, I think too was. I'd like one of them that doesn't have an air leak. Or what is it? The Mac Cat 3.8. That's good. Just doesn't have the revs. Can't work out why. Well, I've got the NOS built 300, the rear handle 300 series that Darcy built me, but I don't really want to run that. It's got the two bar studs, so it needs the Mac Cat side cover with the bar adjuster. But Darcy fabricated just a normal 300 series side cover, and he welded a bit of alloy plate to the front of it and put the holes in there. But there's no chain adjuster unless I can sort of make the slot for a bolt to make the bar adjuster. But I don't really want to run it. It's brand new engine, rear handle. Darcy put a 3.4 cube motor in a Mini Mac in a 2.0 case. He welded so the 300 series mounting holes are in different spots to the 2.0, and he's welded nuts and stuff to it. Sat in his garage. Oh, top handle. Yeah. So the early, so the power is not the Power Max 6, the Mini Max 6, the 25. I think there's a 30, a 35. But the 110, 120, 130s, they all come with like so many hours till they failed. I couldn't get over that. So my 110 must be getting close to the hours. 8 minutes to go. Get ready. 2 hour lives. Get home and get this bloody hour. I know it's not chainsaw related, but I've got 3 Endler guppy females in a breeder box that hangs on the side of the tank, and you feed it air and it sucks water into the tank and recycles it. I've got 3 in this breeder box. 1 has given birth, but the 3 that are in there, so I put 5 originally, 2 have died, or 1's died. I put 4 in there, 4 or 5. They were in a smaller box, about that big. Now they're it's like a foot long. The original one was probably 8 inches wide, and it's got an insert you put in there, and then when the female gives birth, the babies fall straight to the bottom so they can't get eaten. The 3 females that are in there all still look pregnant, but there's babies swimming around in there with them. So I'm thinking the one that passed away gave birth. The females, they're just a plain fish. The Endler females, they look like a mosquito fish. Very fat. So I had a look last night. There's babies swimming around in there, but the 3 females that are in there are still very much pregnant, I think. So maybe the first one gave birth and then she's deceased because maybe stressed out. There's at least 6, 7, maybe 8 babies swimming around in there. They're fairly big now. They're too big for the other ones to eat. So I don't know. I know once they give birth, they can get pregnant straight away without a male, because they can hold the semen for three lots, 3 times. So they can give birth and then automatically get pregnant straight away without a male. Guppy, no, they're Endlers. I lost the black metal snakeskin male when the tank didn't crash, I with all the bristle noses, the breeding, the 4 foot with all the bristle noses in it, that crashed. They all died, the whole lot. 103 adult bristle noses dead because of um, the last time we had rain. It was this sort of weather and all the heavy metals. The heavy metals were more than what the chemicals could get rid of out of the tap water. So we tried to rescue a few, put them in with the guppies in the snail tank, and they all eventually died in that tank. And whatever they had, they've put in the water. So I had to treat that tank as well, but the treatment was too much for the guppies. So I lost basically a $50 black metal snakeskin male. The female's still in there. She's pregnant still. She survived. There's a couple like her swimming around, babies, probably that long. So I'd say she's had females. So I'm hoping she's pregnant again, so that they can hold the semen for three lots of babies in one go. So I'm hoping she's got some more left than she actually has male babies. I've seen 2 female, smaller versions of her swimming around in there. She's only a small fish. She probably only have 2 or 3 babies at a time until she gets bigger. But if she crosses with, say, a snake skin, that'd be like a lace black metal, because the snake skin's basically a lace. So yeah, we've lost a whole heap of endless as well. Breeding pair. You can buy them as breeding pairs. They're $40 at this other shop I stopped at the other day. $40 a pair. They've got black metal lace snake skin. They've got pink, albino pink something. They don't look real good. I like mosaic dragon. They got Dumbo ear. Actually, no, that was a beta. That was a better. Dumbo ear. I'm not. I've still got my guppies out in my blue tank. The platinum, the mosaic red dragon, or whatever they're called. There's 2 of them. There's another snake skin and blue V tail, or whatever they're called. It's like an antler but bigger. I've still got my boys out in the blue tank. That's where the girls are hanging off that tank at the front of it in the breeder box. So they're not stressed out. They're doing good. There's babies in there, but I don't think it's from the 3 that are in there, because they're still all fat, really fat. So I'd say it was from the one that died. I don't even recall taking the dead one out. Actually, I did. But there's babies swimming around in there, but all 3 of the girls are still pregnant. So unless I've missed her giving birth, and it could have been like 2-3 days ago, she's already pregnant again. Or she's only popped out some, and the rest that she's still holding, I don't know. There's lots of fry in the snail tank inside, because so we've lost, I reckon there was about 20 males, endless guppies. We bought 2 or 3 more from the pets, different versions at the pet store. They're all passed away in the treatment. Some of the fancy ones I got, females, one's given birth. You can clearly see it. You can't. I don't think we can see the babies yet, but we might be able to see them today if I actually sat there and had a look at it. Sat there and watched them, which is not normally what I do. But I reckon we just go with what we got and see, unless I reckon once the convict babies grow up more, they're about that big now, the ones in my blue tank. Once they get a bit bigger, I'll chuck them into a bigger tank, and then I might, because the guppies are doing good in that blue tank, I might have that as the guppy tank with snails or shrimp. I'd like shrimp. There's supposed to be shrimp in there. I haven't seen it for probably a month. Damn, we're going over 2 hours. 5 thumbs up. Did I miss comments? Sadly, yes, sadly. Black nose. I want to get rice fish too, Chris, if you're still watching. I think they're called madakas. They're like guppies, but they're more of like a rainbow. I want to get 24 carat gold guppies. They're expensive. Still here. 24 carat. I'd like to get yeah. I've got a storage tub at home waiting to set up for guppy breeding. But I've got to clean up. I could sort of set them up this afternoon. I've just got to put some rocks down the bottom so the bacteria, something for the bacteria to stick to. I was going to get bio stones, but they're never bloody. Temu never sends them. Like, it says that they're free, but they never send them with it. What is that? It looks like someone's tailgate off a bloody truck or a side. It is. Someone's sides off a tray back. Koi. There. The 2 big white lion heads I had, they passed. They passed away. I killed them on not purpose, by mistake. That big Thai lion head cross Shubunkin. No, they were lion head Aranda. Really long fins. Was a pair. I found out the girl was a girl because she had eggs. I squeezed the belly and eggs came out, but eggs were no good. So I put them in the blue pond you see in the video. They're in there probably a week. I picked one up to show the eldest, or the stepson that's still at home, his girlfriend. And they had like bloodshot. The fins had like blood through them. I was like, what's going on here? Then I see they had white spots, so I put them in the 4-foot tank, treated it. And they just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I come out one day and they were dead. They're supposed to be in a heated. Supposed to have a heater because they're from Thailand. Didn't know. So I basically froze them to death. Well, they're a goldfish. You think they'd be in cold water? No. Supposed to be in a heated tank. So I killed them. home. Killed them by mistake. That's alright. I'll get some more goldfish later on, I reckon, and breed them. I want to get these angels done first. That was a quick ride. Yeah, it's 1.5 k's from my house. Just up the dirt road, turn right, just near the freeway. Anyhow, I better get cracking, go get this 038 done and start cleaning the garage so I can do some videos. The Mini Mac. Do the Mini Mac video, I think. I'll have a look what's on the workbench, and I've got 2 or 3 sitting on it. But I think the engines are already out because I needed the carbies. Actually, there would be one or two there. I know I've got to pull the I think it's a 120 that didn't run properly when I went to film it. So I've got to pull that apart and have a look. I reckon the fuel hose is kinked or it's got a hole in it. I better take this with me inside too. Go to the toilet, get my iced coffee out of the fridge. Actually, the bin get emptied tonight. Tomorrow morning, it's got to go out tonight. So I've got to pull it when Kieran goes to work. That bin there, they were supposed to empty it on Wednesday. They didn't empty it. So some rubbish can go in that. Yeah, so I've got to go. Thanks for popping in, everyone. I'll next live stream hopefully will be. I could even do it in the forest. I might do the next one in the forest. How about that? I'll try hooning around at a Mac twin steer. I might do the next live in the forest. Film the next lot of videos and then maybe do the live stream. The John Sered, the 850. What else would I have to work on? Anyhow, I've got to go. Thanks for popping in. See you on the next one. Hooroo.